Hey everyone, we're just doing this quick video to help you get started in case you might have forgotten what you've been trained on. Just some quick tips to help you turn everything on and get started for your first few days of school.
So this particular video is specifically for the teachers that have the new ViewSonic Smartboard that comes with the new 21st century classrooms. We are aware that other teachers have gotten something similar to this, but it might not be a ViewSonic and the features might be different.
So again, this is just basic. This is not a full training. This video is made so that you can go into your room and try your devices and stop and pause and rewatch it so that you can get to what you need to do, at least for the beginning of the school year.
We'll go over different scenarios where the main computer might not be on and you might see HDMI not connected, or it might be on and you'll see it differently. But we'll start from scratch, assuming that everything is turned off, okay? So let's go ahead and get started.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually turn your devices on. So we're going to turn on the ViewSonic right now, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to go all the way down here to the right, and there's this button, and we're going to bring you closer. This is very high-tech, everybody. Here's your button. You're going to push it, and then you should see the color change, and now the TV has turned on. Okay? So now the TV's on. You have to actually now turn on the computer, which is built in here inside your classroom. So all the way on this side, for most classrooms, it should be over here.
Now, if for whatever reason the computer's already on, just on sleep, then you'll see that it's going to go straight to it. But we're gonna assume that the computer is completely turned off right now. So notice that it's going on, and it could be that it's going to say PC. For some of you guys, it might say HDMI 1. We're gonna assume that it's not turned on. And how would you know that the computer is not turned on? You're going to see this HDMI connection that is gonna show up in the middle of the screen, like that. So what we need to do then, if that is the case, is that we have to come in here.
So here I am all the way over here in the corner, and you see this black box. So look down. This is your volume control, but down here, this is your actual PC. So you just see that little button over here. It's a circle with a white dot. Just push down on that, and then you can see when you look more closely, the white dot turned into green. So it's actually starting, and we can get back to our screen.
So you'll notice now that the desktop is actually starting now. And now that means that the PC is now on and connected to your smartboard.
So this screen might look familiar to you. You just simply log on, but you have to shift your mind a little bit because you're actually going to be controlling here on your ViewSonic. So the first thing you're going to do is actually, but before we do that, you might get a different screen right now. So we want to show you that different screen and what to do.
Right, we just want to make sure that in case you don't get the image that you're familiar with, you might see something like this, okay? So in case you do get this, that means that you are inside the ViewBoard software, which is completely different from the PC software that we want to use all the time. So what you want to do is right on the bottom over here, you have two options to just switch it to PC. It might say HDMI or it might say PC, okay? But you'll see the HDMI little icon there, and you just want to click on it, and it's going to switch it. And you have to click on it twice for it to go to it, okay? So we'll show you that again. For whatever reason, you don't come to the familiar screen and you end up in something like this, all you have to do is come over here and click it twice, and it's going to take you there.
And I just wanted to show you another way to get there because you probably noticed the fancy way that Ricardo used to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I simply just clicked on the button that looks like a home down here, right next to the power. I just clicked it, and you ended up back here. And we just wanted to mention that because if for some reason you're using your own laptop or something, the other input will show right here, but we're not going over that today. We just wanted to show you where it was. Okay, so we're going to go back to where we were. All right.
So Teresa mentioned that yes, we're going to have to get used to using our hand as a mouse and a keyboard. The first time that you log in, you do have access to our wireless keyboard that comes with the device. You also have a wireless mouse. And then you might not be familiar because your furniture might be everywhere the first time you come in here, but you also have this little furniture that moves around. So you actually can put the keyboard and mouse and move it around to the front of the classroom, to the back of the classroom, as you would like.
But most of the time you're going to be controlling from the screen. Even your typing and everything will be up here, but this is an option for you so that you can control from anywhere in the room.
So let's have Teresa go ahead and log in for the first time, and she's going to use the mouse and the keyboard right now.
So the first thing you're going to use your hand as a mouse. This is your mouse now, or you could use this mouse right here. It's up to you. But I simply just take my hand and I swipe up. Okay, and then I'm going to use the keyboard to actually log in.
Right, yes, she will use the keyboard because you don't have access to the virtual keyboard until you're inside of the Windows app.
You log in because yours is cleaner. If
Sure,
it's
let me go ahead and log in. So you're going to use the same login credentials that you always use. Just like you were logging into any computer at the district. And notice how fast it is. We're already inside the software.
So now we're going to try our best to do everything from here, even though you can use your keyboard over there. So again, you're going to use your hand as your mouse. So your left click is just a single click of your hand. So you can just simply click like this, if you're going all the way up here. But you might be wondering, well, how do I right click? What if I want to right click something? What you're going to do is you're going to put your finger down and you're going to hold it. So that will create a right click. So let's just, right here. So it just looks like a right click, then you can just simply click on things. So again, just a single left click is just a clicking with your finger once. And then if you want right click, then you would press and hold, and then it will bring it up. So if you do that down here, oops, that will also give you other options in here as well. So we wanted to talk to you about the keyboard that you can use on here so you don't have to go and get the actual keyboard at all.
So the first time that you turn this on, you might not have the virtual keyboard turned on by default. So you'll do what Teresa just did. You'll go to the task manager on the bottom and you hold it for 5 seconds, like she said, which is basically right clicking. Let's go ahead and do that. And notice that on ours right here, we actually have it turned on. Show touch keyboard button. But for you, it might be off. So notice that it went away. I don't know if you can see this down here, but it's gone now. So I'm going to repeat what you need to do, okay? So I'm going to go to the taskbar and hold it for 5 seconds. It's going to go on. It's going to give me an option up here. And in here, you want to make sure that you turn on the touch keyboard button right here, okay? So I'm going to turn it on. Just enable it. Okay? So now you'll notice that the keyboard is right here, okay? So now if you click on that keyboard, by default, the keyboard is going to be docked to the bottom of the screen, okay? I personally don't like that. I like to be able to move the keyboard and make it float to any position that I want it so it doesn't interfere with something that I'm doing. So over here, you have 3 options. You want to click on the first one for settings. It's going to click on it, okay? And as you do that, you'll notice that there's these 2 blue boxes. Let me do it again. And the second one, to the right, there's a box that is the floating keyboard. You want to click on it. And now you're going to notice that I can now move it around. Okay, so maybe I want to move the keyboard over here. Maybe I want to move it over here. But now, if I came in here and I wanted to type my name for my username, I can just do it from here. Okay, and then my password to get into Classlink. But something to remember is that the first time you use this, you are not going to be logged into your Chrome browser, right? And why do we want to be logged into the Chrome browser? Teresa can talk a little bit about that.
I know a lot of us, especially since it's been distance learning for over a year, you have all of your things saved to your Google Drive, you have all your extensions up there and everything, and you don't want to redo things, you just want to bring your settings into this device. So you would go all the way to the top, to this little person right there, and you would log on to your Chrome and you would turn on sync.
So let's go ahead and log on. And our best practice will be to use the keyboard, the virtual keyboard, but I'm using the regular keyboard right now.
If it's my first time, I would just use the keyboard. It's right there. I mean, but in the middle of instruction, of course, I would just want to type here so that I don't have to worry about where the keyboard is. But come on, we admit that it's a lot faster to use the keyboard.
But we didn't do it because you could see my password if I typed it with the virtual keyboard.
Things we learn.
Okay, and then you are going to get the option to turn sync on. So you do want to turn that on. So it brings all of your extensions in.
So now if you work on things at home or on a different device, then it's all synced up here. So that's why we always recommend not to save your things to your device, to your desktop and things like that, but to save things on the cloud so that no matter where you're working on it, you have access to it here on your ViewSonic or any other device for that.
And notice that that's what it's doing. It's bringing all of my extensions on. And that's what we got all these extra tabs that came on.
And most of you probably don't have that. He just has a lot of them. So here we are in Classlink. And so you could simply, our goal in this video was to show you how to get to your presentations and how to use the DocCam. That's pretty much it. So you could simply scroll, look for your drive. If that's where you keep all of your presentations, you would simply click on that and then it will bring you to your presentations and whatever material that you need.
And then I think once we do that, everybody feels comfortable on how to get into your drive and be able to find whatever you need to use for that day. For some of us, like me, who rely heavily on Office 365, it would be basically the same thing. I just want to find my Office 3, sorry, let me close that. I swipe too fast. My Office 365, click on it. And it should take me in there and log me in. Then I might have to hit sign in. But now I have access to my OneDrive from here.
So that's basically how you get to your presentations and your material, and then you can just present from here. And now we're going to show you how to use your DocCam.
DocCam. So we're going to go ahead and move to the DocCam so you can see how that's going to work.
So most likely in this corner of your classroom where you have your PC and everything, you're also going to have your DocCam set up. So this looks familiar. It might be a newer version than you're used to, but you just simply have to turn it on. So all the way over here, there's a button, and you turn it on just like that. And if everything is set up correctly, it should automatically connect to your ViewSonic, and you can take a look over there. It's already on. So now you can see you can just simply put your document under and just use your DocCam as normal. And if you want to switch back to the PC, there's another button over here right next to the camera, just like we do normally. We click on that and it brings us right back to our PC over there on the screen. And again, I'm going to go back to the dock, just that you see, just keep looking that way. And there you go, and I'm simply back to my DocCam. So now that you know how to use this for your presentations and how to access your DocCam and everything, you might be wondering, how do I turn it off, or what do I do at the end of the day? That's up to you. There's really a lot of different ways. Ricardo, did you want to?
Sure. I mean, if you just wanted to go ahead and turn it off, you can come over here and turn it off, and it will turn off. But remember, you might still be logged in, right? So maybe a best practice is to come in here, and if you want to just sign out, you could do that if you wanted to, right? So maybe you have a sub the next day, so they're gonna come in and log in. Or if you want to just come in here and press power, and completely up to you. You want to shut it down, or you want to put it to sleep, or you want to restart, okay?
And that is the basic, those are the basic things that you need to know to actually get you through at least the first day of school. There are so many other things to teach, so many other tools in here, and we'll do videos on that later, or you most likely already went on training for that. But if you need any support, please call Ricardo at any time. I'm just kidding.
tmacpayo@hfpusd.k12.
Or any of the tech choices, we are definitely here for you. We would love to come in and help you play with your devices, and just let us know if you need any support.
Have a good day.